What's up, folks? How's it going? This is Waj. Hope you guys are all doing well. So I had a pretty cool opportunity to actually use and review the brand new DJI OSMO Mobile. This is basically a camera stabilization gimbal for your smartphone. It's very similar to the standard Osmo that has the built-in camera, but this time you can actually substitute that built-in camera for whatever camera that you have on your smartphone. And since like the latest iPhone 6s and a Samsung Galaxy S7 have such great 4K cameras, why not utilize them for some excellent stabilized footage? So what we're going to do is take a look at the Osmo Mobile in depth and see if it's right for you. Now the Osmo Mobile, just like the standard Osmo, offers full active 3-axis stabilization. So just like a gimbal that you would find on other handheld devices as well as drones, it's essentially going to cancel out all extraneous movements and vibration that's going to make the video look shaky. It's actually very precise as well. It's down to 0.0 degrees of active movement compensation. And all this results in a very fluid looking video footage that is a dramatic difference compared to when you're holding the smartphone with your hand. Now, in terms of device compatibility, you can use either an iPhone or Android device that ranges between 58.6 to 84.8 millimeters in terms of width. Installing your phone onto the Osmo is relatively simple. You have two locking knobs, one for horizontal balance, the other one is to actually lock down the phone to the Osmo itself. And it's recommended that you actually do a rough balance of your smartphone to the Osmo before actively turning on the device. Once you do have the phone balanced, it's just a matter of turning on the device and connecting the device to your smartphone via Bluetooth, and you could do this all through the DJI Go app. Now the cool thing about the Osmo Mobile is since it's using Bluetooth, it frees up your Wi-Fi to be used for live streaming your footage or for firmware upgrades. So unlike some of the other products that are out there that exclusively use Wi-Fi, you don't have to worry about losing your internet connection while connected to the Osmo Mobile. Now the design and features of the Osmo Mobile is pretty much identical to the standard Osmo. Basically, you have a power slider switch on the side, you have a large shutter and video capturing button at the front of the device, as well as a joystick that will give you full control of the gimbal itself. So while you're walking, you can actually control the direction of your camera movements either in a free-form fashion or strictly horizontal and vertical directions. On the left side of the device, you'll find a rosette bracket that will allow you to attach different accessories to the Osmo Mobile, and at the very back you have a large trigger. A single tap on the trigger will lock your gimbal orientation, whereas a double tap will center your gimbal direction, and if you tap on it 3 times, it'll toggle between the front and back cameras. Just above that trigger you have a single 8mm jack, which is used for data transferring as well as charging the device. Now the operation of the interface is actually very cleanly laid out. It's very easy to use, especially for beginners, even if you've never used any DJI products whatsoever. Within the app, you can change different parameters for walking and running. There's even presets for different types of stabilization. And kind of a neat option is that the Osmo Mobile will automatically detect between 4 different operation modes. So you can use it either in the standard upright horizontal fashion, a portrait mode, a underslung mode, which is handy if you want to get some low down shots, and even a flashlight mode, which is kind of cool. Now, as mentioned before, the stabilized footage looks very fantastic, especially if you're using a nice smartphone camera. We're using the Samsung Galaxy S7, which probably has some of the best video capabilities out there right now. And if you shoot in 4K, you don't have the optical stabilization system, so this unit becomes very, very handy. As you can see, there's a night and day difference between using the Osmo versus walking with the device just handheld. The other thing, of course, is that the video quality will depend upon your cell phone camera itself, but you can switch between front and forward-facing camera positions, or shoot both the front and back of the camera at the same time if your smartphone has that feature. But besides that, you also have a couple of different tracking modes. So if you want to actively track a specific item in the scene, you can do so. You also have, of course, options applications for stills photography, long exposures, as well as time-lapse. Now, lastly, when it comes to battery performance, the Osmo Mobile is actually relatively good. It's rated for about 4.5 hours. Based on our testing unit, we got about 3 hours 45 minutes, and we've only had it for around 3 discharge cycles. So as the battery settles down, perhaps we can even get even better battery performance, but I'm pretty overall happy with 3.5 hours operation. And of course, you can always get more batteries if you're going to be using this thing for longer periods of time. But really on that, guys, that's really it. Let me know if you guys have any specific questions. Overall, with smartphone technology being so good in terms of the camera performance, and as we go on further, it's just going to get better. This kind of device really makes sense, especially if you're going to shoot a lot of footage for professional needs or for amateur needs. Something like this is you can easily throw in your backpack and pretty much have with you at all times. So definitely a handy tool. Big thanks to DJI for giving us the opportunity to actually review this unit, and without them this video wouldn't be possible. So thanks again for watching. Thank you for your continuing support, and we'll see you later. Take care.